Hello, I am here to present our closing argument supporting our position that by 2027, more students will obtain undergraduate degrees from U.S. accredited online programs than from U.S.-based face-to-face university programs. With our team consisting of numerous educators, we are privy to having an inside view on the changing direction of online learning and the momentum that is building for students to attain their undergraduate degrees through these online learning platforms. The future of education is clear, and it's in the clouds, or the cloud to be precise. Millions of students have enrolled in online courses, and millions more will be seeking alternatives to traditional face-to-face programs. As career changes increase and the cost of obtaining online degrees offers a better value for the same product as face-to-face programs, the number of online university degrees will soon surpass those obtained in brick-and-mortar universities. Based on current trends and data, in 10 years, by 2027, online degrees shall exceed those granted by U.S.-based face-to-face university programs. Since the onset of modern online learning in the mid-1990s, technology access and enrollment to online programs has steadily grown. While some of this growth can be attributed to the increasing pervasiveness of technology in general, recent growth data suggests that this trend is on the rise and will continue to grow. U.S. News and World Report cites a recent study showing not only an increase in student enrollment from the previous year, but an increase in the rate of growth. Research from the Online Learning Consortium shows that online enrollments are outpacing overall higher ed enrollments. And a study published in 2016 from Babson Survey Research Group and Guahog Research Group showed that in 2013-14, while overall higher ed enrollment decreased, online enrollment during the same period of time increased. Current graduation rates between online degree programs and traditional programs are almost identical. All of this confirms our belief that enrollment in online programs is not only growing, but outpacing overall face-to-face enrollment, which will lead to a higher rate of undergraduate degrees from online programs compared to traditional degree programs. In response to the increased enrollment and demand, and with an eye on the growing market, and more major universities, including the likes of Stanford and Harvard, are introducing online courses and degree programs, and universities with existing programs are expanding their offerings. According to Learning House, an educational research house, between 2012 and 2013, 421 institutions launched online programs for the first time, an increase of 23% to 2,250 institutions. The majority of higher ed institutions who do offer online programs believe that it is critical for their long-term strategy to remain competitive. The increase in programs being offered and existing programs expanding shows confidence that more students will enroll and graduate from online programs in the future. U.S. News and World Report cites a report from the ASEAN Market Research and the Learning House that shows the percentage of online students under age 25 is growing. Finally, as the cost of American undergraduate programs for both public and private universities continues to rise, affordability and value of an undergraduate degree becomes increasingly important. The ASEAN Market Research and the Learning House study reports that cost is at the top of the priority list for students. In general, online degree programs are less expensive than face-to-face programs, which will lead to an increased enrollment. The evidence is clear. More students are enrolling in online programs. Online programs are cheaper. The importance of a college degree is greater than ever. The flexibility of online programs is attractive. The enormous market of domestic and foreign students is large, and the rapid advancements and pervasiveness of mobile technology all lead to the logical conclusion that online degrees will most certainly surpass face-to-face degree programs within the next 10 years. Our opponents have challenged us that future employers of undergraduate degreed individuals do not place the same value for an online undergraduate degree as they do for the more traditional face-to-face university undergraduate degree. We have refuted this challenge as it is strictly one mentioned as a perceived bias by employers, but not supported by any substantial data confirming this belief. They have also substantiated this perceived bias within their own research. This information does nothing to support their claim that even in light of this bias, that U.S.-based face-to-face university undergraduate degrees will continue to outpace the growing trend of undergraduate degrees attained through U.S.-accredited online programs. The major investment in online education from Tier 1 institutions provides additional confidence to our arguments. Another challenge that our opponents introduced was their assertion that the online learning trend is facing increasing headwinds, with growth likely to slow. Within their first citation, it includes in its subheading a description of online learning as a fast-spreading mode of learning, and bears the highlighted segment that 50% of employees agree that online degrees provide genuine opportunities for young first-time students and 80% for mature students. This directly opposes their claim that the online learning trend is facing these proclaimed headwinds. Within our research, we have identified a key number of substantial trends that would support our viewpoint. The first is that in a U.S. News and World Report, it was reported that the number of students enrolling in online courses in the fall of 2014 experienced a 3.9% increase from the previous fall. This kind of trend is impressive, and when you calculate this type of growth over the next 13 years, it lends support to our argument for the U.S. online undergraduate degrees to surpass those attained within the walls of the traditional U.S.-based face-to-face university programs. Another relevant data point would be the report that between 2012 and 2013, 421 institutions launched online degree programs for the first time, an increase of 23%, ensuring 2,250 institutions were now offering online degree programs. Once again, this positive trend fully lends itself to our argument that the online undergraduate degree programs will continue to grow at increasingly high rates. Our opposing colleagues stated, overcoming the public's view on technology could be difficult, and despite lots of media and industry buzz about the personalized nature of online instruction, Americans still view traditional classroom-based education as better tailored to each individual. We would disagree based on the advances in technology, such as mobile apps and adaptive learning systems, which will continue to make it easier for these people and others to go to college online. There is a decade ahead of us from 2017 to 2027, and we would argue that the advances technology is making will continue to propel the desire for online undergraduate degrees. This continued demand will fuel the momentum of the online option, pushing the limits of online program versus U.S.-based face-to-face university programs. Indeed, there shall be an expectation from students used to technology that education will fit around their preferences with regards to time and delivery. The research identified by ourselves and the further evidence provided by our colleagues leads us to conclude that there is a genuine confidence in the online degree sector, with increasingly opportunity for growth. We agree that a college degree is more important than ever to gain employment and improves chances of advancement during a career, and that the flexibility and lower costs of an online degree shall be ideally suited to supply this demand. This increase in enrollment and the introduction of Ivy League schools into the sector shall lead to online education into commonplace and hence provide momentum for propelling the demand for online undergraduate degrees to surpass that of the traditional face-to-face university programs.